When I was 14, I had a Nokia 3210. Top of the range then, back in the days when 100 penny sweets were a pound. Money's worth. Before the birth of colour screens and polyphonic ringtone phones, a machine that had one job. A little plastic brick, useless at multitasking, only making calls on the third time of asking, and with masking tape wrapped round the back it was mine. With a high score on Snake longer than most phone numbers, my credibility grew. And all the people I knew were listed in this boss bit of kit. Your Motorola ain't got shit on the 3210. I remember it used to vibrate so loud that the wriggling, shaking drone would drown out the sound of the actual phone's ringtone, and one day I heard the buzz rattling on the kitchen table. And as I ran, wondering if I'd be able to reach the button in time, I stopped, frozen, and Sarah's number flashed on the screen. I had to answer. Fuck. You see, 2 weeks ago I'd got my very first girlfriend. That coupled with the new Nokia in my pocket, my stock was rising. We met in maths, set 2, and our love grew over a strong dislike for long division, Ribena and Mrs. Buchanan. So after school one day, I made the dangerous decision to ask her out. Will you be my bird? Yes. Sound. Run away. Mission complete. And with the clouds beneath my feet, I skipped home. An extra number in my brand new phone. The second girl to make the Nokia's phone book, Sarah Lewis, stuck at number 2 because the first place Mum took. So I ran home. Faster than I'd ever ran home before. And after I've kicked my shoes off and closed my door, I realised what I'd done. Suddenly, I was the roadrunner. Looking up at an anvil coming at me, an at me disaster on my doorstep ready to explode. I didn't know what to do. Because all the films I'd ever watched ended when the hero gets the girl. So what do you do when you've saved the world? I was in too deep. Stuck down a hole, without a spade to dig, maturing faster than Tom Hanks in the movie Big. And at that very moment, my Nokia begins to whir. A text comes flashing through the cold night air, an SMS from Sarah. It reads, "Hi." Fuck. A code to decipher, a message in a bottle from a foreign land, and as my hand begins to shake, I click off the message and I play a game of Snake. A few days later, and it happens again, and the messages fill up my inboxes like shopping trolleys in canals. But luckily it's half term, and all I need to think about is playing footy and staying up late, only coming home to click a plate, ignoring the flashes on my new phone screen, but the texts turn into calls, and all the mud and all of the footballs and the playing outside can't keep me preoccupied. So I decide that the next time a Nokia shakes that I'll take the call, I'll explain it all to Sarah, my brand new girlfriend, on my brand new phone. It's been a busy week, I'll say. Sorry, babes. Yeah, that'll do. So the phone begins to ring, and the screen reveals the one name and number that I didn't want to see. Sarah. I barely hear her. I don't get a word in, and before I know what's happened, I've been dumped. And the whirlwind romance is over. But as I look over my shoulder, I see David and Lewis in my drive, ready for another game of five-a-side. A few hours later, and I score my 15th goal, I look up at the sky and I kiss my badge and I dedicate it all to Sarah, my first girlfriend, on my first phone. A flash in the pan like a Chinese rocket. A girl who was never more than just a vibration in my pocket.